So I'm planning to go through this crazy seed collection that I have, and I'm not an organized person. So if you are a super type A organized person, I don't know if I'm your girl. I'm really chaotic and just kind of last minute planning type of person, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm totally fine with it. But I will say I'm trying to get better. I do plan to be a little more organized, but as you can see from my pile of garden seeds, it hasn't gone very well. But you know what? This is how I do it. You could do it your own way, but I figured I would walk you guys through what I'm doing in February. It's around the corner. It's next week. I know here on the east or southeast, we are going to experience some more cold weather here over the weekend, potentially. Oops, I just spilled those seeds. See, if I was organized, I wouldn't be spilling cherry tomato seeds on my kitchen table. But yeah, so we're gonna kind of go through a few of the seeds that I'm thinking about planting this year. And this is just me doing a little research, taking some notes, and then kind of swipe left, swipe right type of behavior going through the seed packets. So the first area that I want to start with is flowers. It's the area that I feel the most comfortable with. If you're following me from Threads or Instagram, then you know that I'm in the process of starting a micro flower farm. Flowers are a passion of mine, and I think that they're very healing, and I love sharing my limited knowledge with about flowers with people. So last year we did some cut flowers, but this year will be my first year fully operational and selling to the community. I've got some really big plans that I don't want to jinx, so I'm keeping that close, but I will let you guys know what I am growing this spring and what went well last year for spring in my specific zone. I think it'll be pretty close for a lot of you guys as far as frost dates, just knowing when your last frost date is and then kind of like planning around that. So for starters, number one, I have already planted daffodils. I love daffodils, and I'm really excited to get those planted. I know everybody has specific places that they like to purchase theirs from, but I have purchased mine from Eden Brothers, and these are not daffodils, but I like to purchase stuff from them. I haven't found a super local company yet. That'll be my goal once I get, started and start making more connections in the community. So some of the bulbs that I'll be planting this spring are daffodils, the Sir Winston Churchill type, pastel charm, which I did not plant before, and I'm thinking that's going to be really pretty. And then I have a couple landscaper mixes of tulips in variety of colors, as well as this really nice tulip that I'm super excited about, as you can see. It's called a Dreamer, and it's beautiful. So I'm really excited to plant that one. We'll see what happens. Those are in the refrigerator still cooling, but they should be getting planted here very soon. I also got some tulips and daffodils that are called the Peach Lemonade collection. So the colorway is just really nice. It's like this kind of white and like peachy yellow color on the inside, which I think is going to be really nice. It'll be a very nice spring addition to some bouquets. And so I am basically getting all of those started. I've already planted all of my daffodils. I'm starting to see some of their little heads pop up, and I'm really excited about that because this is the first time that I've planted the quantity. I think right now I have about 200 that are ready to go, and are doing well so far from what I can tell. And the thing that I love about daffodils and tulips are just that like they do really well in the cold weather. So if you're really interested in planting some cold weather flowers, then go for it. Give them a try. Funny story before I move on, when we lived in Washington State, we had tulips, and we would plant them in the front yard. There was a few in the backyard, but I remember after we pulled them, we would throw the bulbs in the wetlands in the back of the house. So one day I'm like upstairs. I remember I was going through a really tough time, just with a lot of medical issues and everything. And I remember looking out the top of the window and seeing a singular tulip just blooming out in the middle of nowhere in the back. And I just remember thinking, how cool is that? Number one, I didn't think that that tulip was gonna bloom like when we were throwing the bulbs back there. But it was really cool to see that even when you think something is damaged, like it can still grow. Think about that. It's
what kind of scissors, woman?
Oh, it's a tulip. Ah.
You're a pretty girl.
Oh. Another flower that I decided to plant for spring was baby's breath. I personally decided to do a fall, so I don't know if everybody does that, but that's what I did. I have been seeing little seedlings pop up and looks like it's gonna work. So I'm really excited. This is my first time growing baby's breath. Um, if it doesn't work out as well as I think it will, then I have no problem getting like a baby's breath start and then just planting that and letting it grow wild. But I'm really excited about that, and I think that I'm doing all right because I know that that baby's breath like needs that cold time, that freeze time, that chill to germinate. And from what I can tell, seeing all the green that I see now, is that it's actually working. So we'll see. If you guys stick around long enough, you'll see exactly how beautiful those will be. All right, the last flower that I'm going to talk about, which I don't even know if I did this right. So maybe some of you subject matter experts will call me out on this. That's fine if you do. But in my book, like the fun about gardening is just trying stuff and seeing what works. I think back in the day, our ancestors didn't have Google and Gemini and all of these tools to look up gardening schedules. They went by what their neighbors or family members or just historical information that they had on hand. They didn't have all of the things we have. So sometimes I do just like saying if something's going to work. I believe snapdragons will be fine. I did direct sow in November. I haven't seen any seedlings or anything, but I'm not giving up. I'm not going to touch that bed. I'll continue to keep an eye on it, but we'll see. If not, I'll just try again. But I do think that snapdragons will be a very nice late spring variety for the garden. All right, we're going to talk about vegetables. Personally, I'm more of a summer garden girl. I like peppers. I love peppers. I love growing watermelons. I love all of the things that summer, but like late spring, early summer into late summer brings. I love all of those. But that does not mean that you can't take advantage of the cool weather now. Any of your leafy greens are a go. Any of the rooted vegetables are also a go. So definitely do your research. I have already planted lettuce, some radish, carrots, stuff like that. Again, we can use them in like stews and stuff. I put radish, little chunks of radish in tacos once, like diced, not how they have them like on the side in a taco plate, but like diced, and it was so spicy and refreshing. I was very excited about it. So I'm definitely going to be doing that again. You can pickle radish, which is another cool thing. Same thing with carrots. You can pretty much pickle all of the root vegetables. So if you are bored and you just want to start a spring garden, late winter spring garden, to just kind of see what happens, like all of those are very satisfying to watch grow, and they have very short time periods to grow. Carrots take a little while in my experience, but like radishes and turnips, they were growing like super fast. The last section that I want to go into before I move on to sorting my seeds is the herb garden. So I love herbs. I love my herbs, okay? I'm drinking right now lemon balm and mint tea from my garden. It smells heavenly. I love the way it smells. Let me close this because I do like to keep the scents in there. I do this on my own. I'm not a tea, I am a tea snob, but not to the point where I don't buy tea from the grocery store. I buy tea all the time. As you can see, I did not make this container. Things that I do pay attention to when I buy tea, just even looking at this right now, is going to the back. If you see natural flavors or anything that is not an herb from your garden, throw it away. I'm talking throw the whole thing in the trash. No, don't do that to yourself. Make you a little herb garden. You know what I mean? You can spend $10 on some herb seeds. Or if you know where your local nursery, plants their herbs and you're sure that they grow them without any pesticides or any harmful chemicals, then buy the starts there and plant those and start your herb garden. I think that this year I'm going to spend a lot more time on my herb garden. I had a very successful year with my herb garden. I grew eucalyptus, lemon balm, mint, rosemary, just a whole bunch of stuff. I was growing a whole bunch of herbs and tea leaves. But as far as spring is concerned, I would say lavender, mint, lemon balm, those are all really good ones to start before it starts getting hot. You can plant those now in our zone. But yeah, do your research. It may be off by a week or two, but go ahead and do some research. I'm not an expert by any means necessary, but those are the things that I'll be planting. And again, I'm very much a look and see kind of planter. I am not an expert, but I do enjoy seeing if something is going to work. All of you herb families out there, if you have any fun tips for me to have a successful year with lavender, go ahead and drop that in the comments, because lavender is my favorite. And when I tell you I was very disappointed that mine failed, I was very disappointed. But you know what? I think I should give myself some credit because I did break my leg really bad, like really, really bad. I'm gonna include a picture on this part. I broke my leg really bad. I was ice skating as a hobby for 2 years and it was amazing. It was the best thing I've ever done. And then I broke my leg, tib fib fracture, had to get a rod put through my knee all the way down to my ankle, and now I have 6 screws and a titanium rod in my leg, and that was in August 2024. So 2025, which was last year's gardening, I was still very much recovering. So there were some days that I felt amazing in the garden and other days where I was like, no, I don't want to do this. So hey, but that's a good point. If I could garden recovering from a broken leg, I mean a real broken leg, then you can too. I don't want to hear, I live in an apartment, I can't start gardening. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Last year, I even used my Jeep, the back of my Jeep, as a greenhouse in the back because I heard someone did that. And it worked out fine. I was able to transplant my peppers and put them in the garden. And when I tell you we had peppers galore, we literally had peppers galore. So stop making excuses. Just do it. If it doesn't turn out, what do you have to lose? I'm not saying go out and spend a bunch of money, by the way, either. You can spend $20 on some seeds, a seed starter, and I don't know, some soil, and just start a small setup on your porch or on your balcony. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna do this really, really quickly because I'm pretty sure my battery's gonna die. Because I'm not prepared. If you're smart, you just want to take advice from me. Because like I said, chaos over here. Okay, so this is very pretty. I got these from a super cute plant store in Salisbury, North Carolina. And oh my God, I'm obsessed with this brand. I have purchased from this brand before, but I just really like them. Anytime I see anything like this that gives off a little cottagecore vibe, I'm here for it. So hibiscus, I can't plant this yet. Sorry for getting distracted, but we're gonna go ahead and wait. That's not getting planted. Garden beans, I'm not planting any garden beans right now. They have a very short time, but honestly, I wouldn't plant these until like March or something, so I'm gonna move those over. Sunflowers, not planting these. I'm kind of on the fence. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of on the fence. I might plant these. I can plant these in late February and they will bloom in summer. And I don't know. I wanted to love sunflowers so much last year, and maybe it was the way that I set it up. But the ones that grew were amazing, but I wasn't like in awe of them like I was with my dahlias. But What the heck? We'll keep them. We'll put them in our good pile. That was the first good pile that I had. What is this? Cucumbers. Gonna hold off on those. Black radish. That is a go. Squash, we're moving over. Artichoke. Artichoke, I'm pretty sure you're good to plant now. Lettuce is one of those things, like last year, someone gave me a few lettuce starts, and on the way home, I was sure that they were dead because it was just kind of warm. It was like warm time of the year. It was odd for it to be warm when it was. I remember I was coming home from my son's baseball game, and I stopped at a nursery on the way home, and the guy gave me some lettuce for free, and I was like, cool, I'll plant it. And then I kind of forgot about it, left it in the car, decided to plant it in the garden anyways. And if I can find proof of how deadish to me the lettuce looked, I'm gonna include it here. But yeah, it started like this, and then this is what it ended up like. It was beautiful. We were eating lettuce to the point where we were like tired of lettuce. And then my chickens, I just started feeding them so much lettuce. So they were really happy about that. Parsley is another good cold weather. Oh my God. Parsley and cilantro, they do very well when it is not hot. Don't try to plant this in the summer. Just don't do it. It's not even worth it. Radish, like I said, all things radish, yes. Pumpkins, no. Basil, no. Melons, absolutely not. Absolutely not melons. I have never planted loofah before. And so again, this is from that cool Sow the Magic brand, but loofah is not, we can't plant this yet. But I want to keep this somewhere that I remember to plant it. I think I have to wait until like April timeframe to plant that. Chamomile, on the other hand, hard yes. Hard yes, early spring plant, definitely. And look at how cute it is too. Isn't it adorable? I'm sorry that I get so squeaky. Just kidding. But yes, chamomile is a yes, and this is just going to be adorable when it's planted. So we're doing that. Anything pepper related, we're holding off. Onions, on the other hand, are a yes, especially from seeds. Some people have can start these from bulbs, but direct sow, you can do them now and the frost won't hurt them. So onions, sunflowers, yes, we're gonna do. Pumpkins and cukes, we're not doing those. Marigold. Marigold is an amazing fall plant. My marigolds they did very well in fall, but they also like warmth. So me personally, I wouldn't plant them outside yet, but you can start them indoors if you'd like. I love marigolds. I love their seeds. Let's see, you can see like their seeds just look really cool for some reason. Anyways, so marigolds, collards. I planted collards in the fall. You can keep going with collards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can keep going with collards, but I'm done growing collards for now, but I'll keep them in my spring bunch. Denver carrots, also a good yes for spring. All right, hot peppers, no. Jalapenos, no. I think I told you guys that, sorry, I'm like trying to multitask at the same time. Rosemary, you can do, but I believe you should probably start this indoors first. Actually, why am I guessing when it's literally on the back? But some of mine, as you can see, they're not on the back, which is why I'm like trying to, get the hamster wheels going. But yeah, rosemary, definitely start 10 weeks before the last frost. So this would be a good candidate to start indoors. I'm gonna put that off to the side. I have rosemary already. I think it's gonna come back just fine. But anything leafy and green is a go right now. So if you want some spinach, go for it. Said yes to spinach. Tomatoes, no. Oh man, this is open. I got these from our local store, which they sell a lot of whole seeds. They sell a lot of wholesale. They sell a lot of wholesale seeds. So I got this from a store, Wombles, here in North Carolina, and they sell these in bulk. And I really like these. Did really well. I need to take these outside and keeping those. Same thing with the radishes. Oh my gosh, my cats are gonna eat these, I can tell. Okay, so those are all the yeses. Pumpkins, no. I have so many varieties of pumpkins. Okra, no, not the time for it, sweetheart. Green onion, absolutely yes. Dino kale, absolutely yes. And then leek, I think leek you can plant now, but I've never planted it. Carrots, absolute yes. All of the carrots, these are all carrots. And then what's this? Brussels. I've never planted Brussels before. What are Brussels? Are Brussels sprouts? I think they are. I would call them Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna say no. All right, so silver dollar eucalyptus. I thought there was a picture on there, but there's not. Silver dollar eucalyptus. We're gonna hold off on these until March. I'll be planting these indoors and transplanting them outside. So these are gonna hold off, but they're in my spring pile, but I'm gonna like put it off to the side of my spring pile. Parsley is a yes. My neighbor gave me these. Isn't this so cute? I love gifts like this, by the way. Handmade gifts are the best. Chinese cabbage is a yes. All of the cabbage varieties are a yes. Peppers are a no, no, no. Cosmos are a yes. I think late Feb, early March, you can do some cosmos. Or at least I have and they turned out fine. Tomatoes, no. Asparagus, I've never planted asparagus. And to be totally honest, I don't know. I like asparagus, but asparagus, when to plant? Huh. You can't harvest them the first year. And I'm impatient, so I don't have time to be waiting for stuff. I already have to wait for stuff in the garden. And the last thing I want to do is be like, let me remember that I planted these asparagus here. So asparagus for me is a hard no. But if you want to plant asparagus, do you do what you got to do. Poblano peppers are my favorite. So where I went wrong with these last year, definitely a summer plant. They love the heat. These grew so much in our hottest parts of the year. When I tell you, I think what month is this? We're about to be in February next week. I just finished up using all of our frozen poblanos that we had left over. And when I tell you I cooked them, and I just made tamales the other night and I put poblano in there. Poblano and Spanish rice, delicious. I put poblano, anything with a rice or a meat, poblanos. Fajitas, poblanos. I'll do green bell peppers, red, sweet peppers, and yellow, but then also poblano. I do not play when it comes to poblano. So they should pay me for an ad, whoever is the creator of poblanos. But yes, I just love them so much and I'm so excited to plant. I think we already did onions. We said yes. Bok choy is another one. I believe you can do that now. Let me double check on that one. Making this video, but I'm also taking notes for myself. And I don't know all of these things. I just know what I've planted in the past, and some of these items I definitely was like, nah, I'm good. I'll do that a different time. But yes, bok choy, you can plant that now if you would like. Another one, I think I'm at the bottom of my stack right now, which is probably all the stuff that I was like Eden Brothers. Oh, Yarrow was a yes. And then Billy Button seeds. I think I got these for free. But these are super cute. I'm looking at them now. I'll include a picture on the screen for those of you who don't know. But how cute. They move on their own slow and steady timeline. They have green stems and then just like this ball that looks like it has like Jurassic Park spikes or something on it, but they're super cute. And I think it'll be really cool if I'm able to plant those. That would be really cool. So I'm excited about that. I'll have to check that out. All right, these are the last two. Chives are a yes, absolutely. Chives for your baked potatoes. We're doing that. And then this is another variety of lettuce, the grand lettuce. That's a yes also. All right, lastly, a flower that I have not grown before, but I am looking forward to it, ranunculus. I will be planting these this year. These are a little interesting. I just bit my tongue and it hurt. Ugh. Okay, I have a bridal mix, which is beautiful. And then the other one is a Paris in Spring collection. So I think those two will be my good little experiments for the year. Oh, I was putting everything away and I forgot one. Catnip. So catnip, we're gonna hold off until late March or so to plant, but I thought it would be really cool to harvest our own catnip for the oh my god, for the chickens. Wait, can chickens eat catnip? It's a question for Dr. Google. Can chickens eat catnip? Why am I like this? Chickens can eat catnip, bro. That's crazy. I did not know. We're about to plant catnip. We're about to plant catnip for the chickens and catnip for the cats. Oh my god. Can rabbits eat them too? Can rabbits eat catnip? Oh, they can too. Oh my god. If rabbits can eat it, dogs. My dogs aren't gonna eat that though. My dogs are bougie. They're like, if it's not steak and dripping blood, I don't want it. but yeah, that's so crazy. So catnip they can all have. I know chickens have like a different digestive system, but what's really interesting is that catnip has like a sedative like reaction for cats. So like the fact that it doesn't do it for chickens is crazy. And then also like, will this calm you down? Because this one right here, she is like an anxious one. She's an anxious girl. And if catnip can help her kind of chill out, maybe I'll have to put it in her food. So I put everything away that I am going to be working on over the next few weeks in my cute little seeds container. I don't remember where I got this from, but isn't it cute? I love it. It's something that stays in the house, but I feel like it can act as a decoration also. And if you're planting in Zone 8 and you're starting to plant now, or you've already planted some things like I have, feel free to drop in the comments what you guys have been planting, what you're working on. I think I said that as far as the ranunculus go, I haven't planted them before, so happy to hear about anybody else's experience with planting them. And then I think that's it. So I hope I didn't bore you all to death with my garden planning, but that's the plan, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for creating with us here at Love Good Blooms, whether you're building, planting, or just streaming. I hope this gave you a little inspiration to make your space feel more like home. If you want to keep hanging out with us, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. I'll see you soon.